Now difference between constant pointer and pointer to array. You all know what is constant pointer. So first you have to write the definition. First point would be the definition. Constant pointer means name of array considered as a constant pointer because it shows or it points the address of first memory location of the array, that is base address. Name of array called as constant pointer. Okay, it points base address automatically. Always it contains the base address. This is about constant pointer. Constant pointer. Now pointer to array. Pointer to array. It is an explicit pointer. An explicit pointer to the array. It is an explicit pointer to the array. Using assignment operator, and or directly assignment operator, this pointer has to initialized with base address. Example, in A of 5, A is constant pointer. Here int A of 5 comma star P is equal to A. In this way we have to initialize P. Here P is a pointer to array A. Here P is a pointer to the array A. Okay. Next, it is very important point. It is not possible to increment or decrement constant pointer. Constant pointer cannot be incremented or decremented. Constant pointer cannot be incremented or decremented. Okay. Here we can increment or decrement pointer to array. Pointer to array can be incremented or decremented. In the last class we discussed how we increment pointer to array. See, in that example I had taken P is equal to A, isn't it? P means pointer to the array A. To that P I initialized A. P is equal to A. Here I had taken that example. So in the for loop, in order to display array elements, I used a pointer to that array elements. How? In the for loop, what is the code we had written there? P is equal to A, P less than A plus N, and P plus plus. What you have to observe here? P plus plus. P plus plus means P is a pointer to array, plus plus is an increment operator. So we incremented P, that is pointer to array. It is possible, but we cannot increment constant pointer. So in that previous example, while discussing relationship between pointers and arrays, what was the example I had taken? We considered array name as a constant pointer. By considering like that, we read input values to array. The code was like this: for I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. Within the for loop, what we had written? C in extraction star parenthesis A plus I and close parenthesis semicolon. That was the code. Every time A value is the constant, that is base address. So what is the conclusion? We cannot modify constant pointer. We can modify only pointer to array elements. Understood? So these are the points. When they ask for 3 mark, you have to write these 2 points and this point. So these are the difference between constant pointer and pointers to array. So this is the important pointer. If they ask, write any one difference between constant pointer and pointer to array for 1 mark, you must write this this point. Don't write the definition. So constant pointer cannot be incremented or decremented, whereas pointer to array can be incremented or decremented. This is the main point. So for 3 mark, you start from these 2 points, then this point. Okay, and example, if you want to write example, you can write, but these points are important. So far we discussed relationship between pointers and arrays, constant pointer, pointer to array. Now array of pointers. Array of pointers. See here. What is the purpose of pointer? Pointer, its nature is to store the address of any memory location in it. Okay. If you want to store address of a memory location, we have to take a pointer like this. I want to store address of an integer variable. So I will take a pointer, that is P, 2 bytes. Assume the address is 500. And n is a normal variable. Let us consider the address is 800. To store the address of n into P or into an pointer, I have taken star P. How to store address of n into P? We must write this instruction. See, these normal declarations, these are all static memory allocation. Understood? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ನಾವು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲರೇಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಅಲೋಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಅಲೋಕೇಶನ್? ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್. ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಫೈ ದ ಸೈಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಓಕೆ, see here, for this there is only one pointer and one normal variable. During execution, the address of n will be allocated to P and we can input a value into n either through pointer or through n. There is only two memory locations. One is pointer, another one is normal variable. I want to store 5 integers. So I can take 5 integer variables here. Int A, B, C, D, E. I have taken 5 different identifiers to store 5 integers. Assume this is a memory cell in the RAM. Int A, B, C, D, E. These are all memory cells in the RAM. Each memory cell is 1 byte. We have declared 5 integer variables there. So 5 different memory will be allocated. Somewhere 2 byte for A, here for B, and this is for C. Here this is for D, and this is for E. Random allocation would be takes place if I take isolated variables. They are all called isolated variables. There is no continuity. Every memory has its own identifier. I want to store the address of these memory locations into pointers. So I want to store address of A, address of B, address of C, D, E. So I need 5 different pointers. I can write like this: int star P1, star P2, star P3, star P4, star P5. In order to store addresses of these 5 variables, I have taken 5 different pointers. How to store addresses? P1 is equal to %A, P2 is equal to %B, P3 is equal to %C, P4 is equal to %D, P5 is equal to %E. In this way, we can store the address of memory locations. Okay. Now, I want to read values for these variables, isolated variables, through this pointer. Cout, enter 5 integers. Cin extraction. Instead of writing A, B, C, I can make use of these pointers. Star P1, star P2, star P3, I'll continue here, star P4, star P5. Okay. See, when I write these statements, P1, star P1, P2, P3, P4, for those also there is a memory allocation. This is for P1, random allocation somewhere. This is for P2, and this is for P3. Here, this is for P4. This is for P5. Like this. For these pointers also, random allocation would be takes place. So, to store 5 different variables address, I have taken 5 different pointers. For isolated pointers, I have isolated variables, I have taken isolated pointers. Instead of taking 5 different pointers, I can take array of pointers. I want to store 5 memory addresses, so I can take array of pointers here. How? To store 5 integers, I can take integer array, a normal integer array. Here I want to store 5 addresses. Instead of taking 5 different pointers, I can take array of pointers to store those 5 addresses here. Int p star p of 5. How many variables address I want to store? 5 variables address I want to store. Instead of taking 5 different pointers like this, I can take like this, so that the memory allocation will be like this. P 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Address are like this, 500. This is assumption. 502, 504, 506, 508. Okay. See here. P of 0, P of 1, P of 2, P of 3, P of 4. These are all memory locations. Okay. And these memory locations, it have the feature to store memory address, another memory address. Now I want to store address of A into P of 0, address of B into P of 1, address of C into P of 2, address of D into P of 3, and address of E into P of 4. Like this I want to store. How? For I is equal to 0, int I less than 5. How many variables address you want to store? 5 variables address. So the size of array also 5. From here to here I have to store. How many memory locations? 5 memory locations. So I have taken 5 here. I plus plus, open flag bracket. First I have to initialize, because P of 0 has to contain the address of A. How to write? P of I is equal to ampersand A. Next, I increments. I becomes 1. P of 1 is equal to ampersand. Now B address has to store. If I write code like this, always it stores the address of A. Though it will be incremented up to here, it will move, but all memory locations gets the value of address of A. That's why in order to initialize isolated variables address into array of pointers, we should not take loop. P of, we have to write like this, 0, P of 1 is equal to ampersand P, P of 2 is equal to ampersand C, P of 3 is equal to ampersand D, P of 4 is equal to ampersand E. So, what is the concept here? We have taken 5 different variables, normal variables, and these variables address I want to store into a pointers. To store these 5 variables address, I can take 5 different pointers. But if it would be 100 variables, I have to take 100 pointers. To give feasible solution for this problem, I can take array of pointers. Instead of taking different pointers for different variables, I can make use of arrays, array concept. So I have taken array of pointers here. So this is the array. Which type of array? Integer array. That to pointer array, integer pointer array. So each memory location is a pointer. This is one pointer, this is a pointer. Every memory location is a pointer. So it can store address of other memory location. So I store address of A into P of 0, address of B into P of 1, address of C into P of 2, address of D into P of 3, address of E into P of 4. Like this, in that manner I have written the program. So I can make this program into more feasible. See here. Instead of taking 5 different variables, I can take array of integers. My intention is to store address of 5 integers, integer variables into this array. Instead of taking isolated variables, I can take array of integers. Okay. So array of pointers you can write in 2 ways. one array of pointers for isolated variables, another array of pointers for array elements. At first I will explain array of pointers for isolated variables. Let us write the program here. Header files. So in this chapter I am not using class and objects concept. Normally I have written in the previous examples. Void main, I'll take isolated variables here, 5 isolated variables to store 5 integers. So the memory allocation later I'll show. Now to store the address of these 5 variables, I'll take a pointer, array of pointers here. Now I have to store address of each and every variables into this array. P of 0, the first memory, that is A, whose address has to store in P of 0. So I must write like this. P of 1 is equal to ampersand B. P of 2 is equal to ampersand C. P of 3 is equal to ampersand D. P of 4 is equal to ampersand E. So initialization part over. Now let us read elements or values into these variables using pointer. Int I. Anyhow pointer, array of pointer having address of these elements, so that I can make use of array. I can write for loop here. For I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. C in extraction, star P. I can write like this, star P. Or wait, I'll write like this. P of I can write. What is there in P of I? P of I means 0. P of 0, what is there in P of 0? Address of A, star that address, it goes to that memory location. To display, I can write one more for loop, but I conclude here. Just this program has to read values for these isolated variables using array of pointers. Understood? See here, let us see the memory allocation for these variables. I'll explain this. A, For A, there are 2 bytes of memory. For B also, C, D and E. They are all random memory allocations: 200, 900, 700, 300, 600. So these are the addresses of these memory locations. When I write this statement, memory will be allocated for these variables. Next, the star P of 5, it means array for our convenience, I will take a positions here. Let us understand the addresses: 500, 502, 504, 506, 508. These are the memory addresses of this array of pointer. Now, P of 0 has to contain the address of A. What is the address of A? 200. So I initialized it. P of 0 is equal to ampersand A, 200. Now, P of 1 is equal to ampersand B. Address of B is 900. P of 1 is 900. P of 2 is equal to ampersand C. That is 700. P of 3 is equal to ampersand D, 300. P of 4 is equal to ampersand E, 600. Like this, the addresses are stored in this array of pointers. Now, let us come to this code. I am going to display, I am going to read values for these variables using this array of pointers. Understood? This is an array, it contains the addresses. Array of pointers are nothing but array of addresses. Addresses are stored in memory locations. There will be a question, what is meant by array of pointers? An array which contains the values are addresses, then it is called array of addresses. Array of pointers is nothing but array of addresses. Now, I is equal to 0, 0 less than 5, condition true. Then it enters the loop, star P of I. What is there in P of I? Right now, I value is 0. P of 0. P of 0 means this memory. Star P of, what is there in P of 0? 200 is there. So this is a memory, 200. It shows P of I, P of 0 shows 200. I have to move to this memory location. So star P of 200 means star P of 0 means star 200. Then value goes to this memory location. Next I increments, I becomes 1, 1 less than 5, condition satisfied. Then P of 1 means 900, star 900 means this location, then value will be stored in B. Next I increments, I becomes 2 is 2 less than 5, condition true. Then P of 2, 700, this memory 700 and value will be stored here. 50 I will take. Next 300, because I increments, I becomes 3, 3 less than 5, condition satisfied. P of 3 means 300, star 300 means the value here, I will take 70 here. I increments, I becomes 4, 4 less than 5, condition satisfied. What is there in the P of 4? 600, star 600 means this memory location. I will write 60 here. Then I increments, I becomes 5, 5 less than 5, condition false, it terminates from the loop. So in this way, array of pointers are used to store different memory addresses. So this is an example for array of pointers for isolated variables. P is an array of pointer. P of 5 is an array of pointer for these isolated variables. Understood? Next concept, array of pointers for array elements. Array of pointers for array elements. Now, in the previous example, I have taken 5 different variables to store 5 integers. Now, in this program, for those 5 integers also, let us consider an integer array like this. Int a of 5. This is a normal integer array to store 5 integers, and this is array, sorry, I'll take star p. P is a pointer array. It stores the 5 memory addresses. If I read array elements for this array, for I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, C in extraction, A of I. The code would be like this. When I write this statement, there is a memory allocation for A, and for P (200, 202, 204, 206, 208). Let us consider 300, 302, 304, 306, 308. Now, this code is to input the values for this array. I'll consider 8, 15, 21, 29, 30. Now, I have taken this array, this is a pointer array. This array has to store address of these elements. What is the address of 8? 200. Address of 15? 202. Like this. I want to store address of these elements or these memory locations into this array element, this array, these memory locations. Each memory location is a pointer. P of 0 is a pointer, P of 1 is a pointer. So for this pointer, P of 0, this pointer has to store the address of this memory location. How to write looping statements? First I will write normally, later I will convert into loop. P of 0 has to contain the address of A of 0. P of 0 is equal to, how to write? Ampersand A of 0. A of 0 means this location. What is the address of A of 0? 200. 200 will be stored in P of 0. So it will be stored here. Next, P of 1 is equal to ampersand A of 1. What is there in A of, what is the address of A of an ampersand? You all know what is the purpose of ampersand. This is an address operator. Ampersand, it returns the address of this location. A of 1, what is the address? 202. 202 has to store in P of 1. 202. Next, P of 2. P of 2 is equal to ampersand A of 2. What is there in A of 2? What is the address of A of 2? 204. 204 is the address of A of 2, and this address has to store in P of 2. I can write like this. P of 2 is equal to ampersand A of 2. Now, P of 3 is equal to ampersand A of 3. Next, P of 4 is equal to ampersand A of 4. In this way, I can initialize the address of these memory locations into these memory locations. I hope you are understanding. I am going to store the address of these integer values or these memory address, this a of 0 is a memory, it is one memory, its address is going to store in this memory location. These memory locations are pointers, they are all pointers. Okay. See, instead of writing these many instructions, I can use for loop because everything is common here. P is common, brackets are common, assignment operator, address operator, array name, here also semicolons, everything is same, everything I repeated here. Only the varying thing is here both sides the values are incremented by 1 so that I can use looping statement instead of writing all these instructions. For I is equal to, it has to start from 0, no, I less than 5, I plus plus. Now P of I is equal to ampersand A of I. Instead of writing these many instructions, I can write like this using loop. Now I have to read elements for this array. Sorry, I already read now. I want to display the contents of this array using this pointer. Again for loop. For I is equal to 0, one by one I want to display I less than 5, I plus plus, C out, insertion. If I write P of I, what is there in P of I? At first I value is 0, P of 0, it contains 200. I want to display the content of 200, so I must write indirection operator here, star P of I. See here, that looping statement, header of the loop is same in both the cases, so I can include this statement here itself. Soon after initialization, it has to display the content of this array element, star P of I, insertion backslash n. So instead of writing one more for loop, I can include that statement here. Understood? So this is about array of pointers for array elements. So let us write the program. In this example, I read array elements using array name itself and I displayed using array of pointers. You can read array elements also using array of pointers. Header file, hash include iostream, hash include conio, void main, int a of 5 star P of 5. Now C out, enter 5 integers. For, I'll take a local variable I here. For I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. Next, open flower bracket. I have to initialize here. P of I is equal to A ampersand A of I semicolon. So here I little bit modify. Before I read array elements using array name itself. So now I do the same thing using array of pointers. Cin extraction star P of I. For display purpose I will take one more array. Sorry, one more for loop. For I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. See out insertion star P of I backslash n semicolon. See, when you write declaration statement as usual, memory allocation 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Addresses are like this. 202. Each and every memory occupies 2 bytes because it is integer array. Next, one more array is there, no? That is a pointer array. So it is also 2 bytes. Let us consider addresses are like this: 300, 302, 304, 306, 308. So when we write this statement, this memory will be allocated, and for I there is an integer variable, it is, the address is 800. Now the statement will be displayed on the screen. Enter 5 integers on the output screen. I will write output screen here. Enter 5 integers. After that I0, 0 less than 5 condition true. It enters the loop. P of 0, I is 0 now, so you have to substitute that value here. P of 0 is equal to ampersand A of 0. What is there in the A of 0? Sorry, address A of 0. A of 0 means this location. Ampersand means address of this location, that is 200. 200 will be allocated to P of 0. Like that, 202, 204. Sorry, wait. So when this instruction will be executed, when this instruction executes, what happened? 200 will be stored in P of 0, which is the next instruction, C in extraction operator. Star P of 0. Sorry, yeah, star P of 0. I value is 0 now. P of 0 means 200. Star 200. This location. So C in extraction is there. Value will be inserted here. 5 will be inserted. See, using this array of pointers, I am going to insert a value to this location, this memory. Now I increments, I becomes 1, 1 less than 5, condition true. P of 1 is equal to ampersand A of 1. A of 1, that location. What is the address of that location? 202. 202 will be stored in P of 1. Here 202. Next instruction, C in extraction. So it expects a value from keyboard. Sorry, from the user. Star P of I. I means 1. What is there in P of 1? 202 is there. Star 202. This location. Value will be stored here. I increments, I becomes 2, 2 less than 5, condition true. Again, A of 2, 304, the memory address would be 304. 304 will be stored in P of 2. Sorry, 204 will be stored in 304. Now, P of I value is 2, P of 2, what is there in P of 2? 204 is there. Star 204 means this location. Now, some value will be stored. I increments, I becomes 3, 3 less than 5, condition true. P of 3 is equal to ampersand A of 3. A of 3 means this location, ampersand address of this location 206. 206 will be stored in P of 3. Here 206. Now I increments, next instruction C in is there now. So it extracts a value from the keyboard and stored into P of I. What is there in I? 3. P of 3, 206, star 206. This location I will take a value like this. Now I increments, I becomes 4, 4 less than 5, condition true. P of 4 is equal to ampersand A of 4. A of 4, this location. Address 208, 208 will be stored in this location. Now C in extraction, star P of I, star 208, this location. I'll take a value like this 15. Now I increments, I becomes 5, it terminates from the loop. So next code is, we are going to display the contents of A using array of pointers. P of 0, first I0, P of 0, 200, star 200 means this value, A5 will be displayed on the screen. Already we entered value. So now I'll give some statement here, see out. Array elements are, so this will be displayed on the screen. Array elements are, one by one the values are whatever the value we read for this array, it will be displayed one by one on the screen. So I0, P of 0 means 200, star 200, this value 5. Next I1, P of 1, what is there in P of 1? 202, star 202, value is 10. Now I increments, I becomes 2, I is 2, then star P of 2, what is there in P of 2? 204, star 204, 11. I increments, I becomes 3. So P of 3, what is there in P of 3? 206 is there. Star 206, 12. 12 will be displayed on the screen. I increments, I becomes 4. 4 less than 5. It enters. P of 4, what is there in P of 4? 208 is there. Star 208, 50 will be displayed. Now I increments, I becomes 5, 5 less than 5, condition false, it terminates from the loop. In this way we can read and display array elements through array of pointers. This is the program to illustrate array of pointers for array elements. So in this class what we discussed, pointers, what is meant by pointers, we recalled that concept, declaration, initialization, indirection operator, size of operator, direct accessing and indirect accessing, then relationship between arrays and pointers, array name of the array is called a constant pointer, then pointer to array, difference between constant pointer and pointer to array, then array of pointers to isolated variables and array of pointers for array elements. So these concepts we covered. I hope you understood these concepts. In the next class, let us understand relationship between arrays and strings, pointers and strings.